Gentlemen, part two, I guess. As we continue here, CC now in the ring with Chelsea. Big shot, drops Chelsea. And now, boom! Knee comes down across the arm. And now gonna continually, repeatedly hit those elbow shots. Big tag to Manik. Manik now, the women's champion, into the ring, going to take on her number one contender. Again, these two will meet next week for the women's championship in singles competition. But right now, Chelsea and Manik, both on opposing sides in a 6-women elimination tag team matchup, and broken up by Tamara, the powerhouse of her team. Big jawbreaker to Manik. Chelsea waist lock. Tamara going to continue to throw hands. And Sarah and Chelsea a little upset right there. If you saw that, I don't know if anybody saw that, but a little upset. And now Manik going to taunt. Well, Chelsea makes the hot tag to Sarah, and this is not what you want if you're Manik. Pump kick by Sarah, the same woman who dropped you last week, is now in the ring in a 6-women elimination tag team matchup in there against you. 2 and a kick out by Manik. And this matchup has been chaotic and will get even worse as we continue. Big clothesline knocks down Sarah. Manik now in control. Big over the head body shot into the coquina clutch. This is how Nick won his match earlier. Her best friend, another ode to her best friend. Is Sarah going to tap out? No, Sarah's going to fight out of it. And Sarah now distracted by Emily, whip to the outside. Manik and Sarah still in. Oh, big knee right off the face of Sarah. Manik just walks away. She tags in CC. CC now can get a pinfall here, but she's going to taunt as Chelsea on the outside taking care of Emily. CC gets a little bit too cocky. Remember, Sarah's been in the coquina clutch. All you had to do if you were CC is walk in and pin her. And now Tamara's in the ring against CC. And we all know how this works. Big power up and down. Tamara now. Oh, into this inverted torture rack style submission. And Tamara lets her go. I don't think that had anything to do with Manik. Manik breaks up the pin. Sarah now whipping her to the outside, but wait a minute. Tamara now gets a hold of Manik. Oh, Manik fights out of it. And this is just breaking down. The referee's got to get control of this matchup. The women's champion just DDT'd Tamara. And now Tamara right back up onto her feet. Throwing a forearm strike to the face. Glam slam by CC. The same move that she got pinned with on Darkside. A 2-count kick out by Tamara. Big elbow drop. But that was the move that Tamara used to pin CC this past week on Darkside. Only a 2-count there. Tamara showing off her toughness, her grit, her determination. Big knee strike by Manik. Kick to the midsection. Oh, into this modified STF. Sarah the drop kick. And Manik now gonna reposition Tamara. She's gonna go for a pin here. 1. And a broken up by Chelsea. And this is going to be so much fun to watch next week. These two women going one-on-one. Coquina clutch! A little preview. The coquina clutch went on, but Sarah let her go. But Manik let her go. Chelsea, still, even in that brief moment, has been knocked out in the middle of the ring. Tamara letting Minik crawl to CC. She's not going to get there. And now clubbing blow to the back of Minik. Not a single elimination in this matchup yet. Minik tries to pick up Tamara, but Tamara just too powerful, too cognizant. And now up onto the shoulders into the power slam. Puts her down. And now once again in that modified torture rack. Is Minik gonna tap out here? Minik could tap. But no! She's gonna flip out of it. Into the arm drag. Deep arm drag there by Minik. Minik now. Collar and elbow. Big body slam. Minik now. Into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Tamara. Again, not a single elimination yet, ladies and gentlemen, but this is an elimination tag team match. As Chelsea powerbombs Emily on the outside. Double team maneuver, STF into the elbow drop. Chelsea just dropped Emily on the outside with a power bomb. Tamara's getting double teamed in the ring by CC and Minik. Sarah just shoved CC off the top rope. Tamara now in trouble. CC trying to get a little bit of payback for Darkside. Throwing her back into the corner. Tamara runs in. Head scissor Hurricane Rana by CC into the cover. 1. And it broken up by Sarah. Sarah and CC now. CC gonna throw Sarah outside the ring. Minik gonna come back in. The women's champion now back into the ring. Boom, big strike. Connects ahead. Coquina clutch. The move that won Nick his match earlier. And Chelsea's gonna break it up. I thought Tamara was gonna tap. Now into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Tamara. What? Just incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible. And now the modified STF. Drop kick by Chelsea breaks it up. And again, next week, these two ladies, Chelsea and Minik, gonna go one-on-one for the women's championship. Look at this. Coquina clutch again. A little preview of next week. But Chelsea, step up enziguri. A preview of next week when these two go one-on-one for the women's championship. Tamara once again taunting the crowd. Hot tag to Emily. And Boss Babe Energy now going to try and find a way to beat Tamara. Big statement. But in the ropes is Tamara. And now into the cover goes Emily. 1. Broken up by Sarah. And how many times has that happened? Neck breaker by Emily. You gotta focus your offense on the right person. Oh, went for the leg sweep. Oh, big neck breaker. I went for the DDT, but Tamara gonna fight out of it. And the originals, Tamara, Chelsea, and Sarah, wrestling like they're in other people's bodies, breaking up pins, breaking up submissions with so much speed and quickness, not even thinking about what it's gonna do to their own body. And now Chelsea coming into the ring. This is a fun matchup in my eyes. I really do look. Oh, and now sharpshooter. The ultimate Canadian submission hold. Into the cover, or into the... Oh, and Minik breaks it up this time. But now Chelsea in a transition into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Emily has been eliminated. Emily has been eliminated. But Chelsea's spent. Chelsea now grabs CC. That's going to be a rope break. And now Manik and CC, the only two members left for their team against a full team. Tamara, Chelsea, and Sarah. Into the cover goes Sarah. 2. And a kick out by CC. Incroyable. Pump kick. Drops CC. And now look at this. Big lucha style arm drag. Gonna tag Tamara back in. Here comes the women's champ. And look at this power on display here. A rib breaker. Big clubbing shots to the back of Manik. Bam! Big kick to the midsection. And Manik in trouble here as Sarah tags in. Oh, and I'm going to pepper Sarah with some shots. Wow! Look at the stiff shots. Big running knee to the chest of Sarah. CC going to tag in here. These 6 women, the 5 women in this ring, the 6 women that started this matchup, beat the hell out of each other, belly to belly. Into the cover. 1. And it broken up by the women's champ. And Sarah now going to have to continue her focus on CC. Big shot to the side of the head. And now Tamara, in comes Tamara. Into the power slam. Down goes CC into the cover. 1, 2, and broken up by Manik. The women's champion not going to go down without a fight. As Tamara whips her to the outside. And CC now. French kiss. French kiss DDT. Tamara, the powerhouse, could be out. 1. And a broken up by Sarah. We've only had 1 elimination in this match, ladies and gentlemen. And that was when I believe Sarah eliminated Emily. Boss Babe Energy eliminated from this matchup fairly early on. Big splash by CC. And this was the competitor that if you didn't watch the match that her and Tamara had on Dark Side, you don't know what kind of competitor that CC is. She goes into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what a kick out by Tamara. Both of these women in the ring currently have proven that they deserve to be here, that they could be future women's champions. Big atomic drop. And now shots rained in on the face of Tamara. Drop kick to the back. Into the corner. Oh, Tamara fights out of it. Yeah, both these women, either one of them could be a future women's champion. The toughness, the strength, the grit, the grind that they have. And now Tamara gonna tag in Sarah. Sarah in there against CC. Can Sarah get her second elimination of the matchup? She hooks the arm and she's going to go for that deep lucha style arm drag. And now into the arm bar. Sarah can't get CC to tap out. She's going to let it go. Big elbow. CC now going to throw some shots in. Bam! Big forearm. Oh! Big slam. Sarah now calling for it. What's she going to get here? Oh, knee off the... Face off the knee. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3. Sarah, Tamara, and Chelsea versus the women's champion Monique. And this is the worst case scenario if you're the women's champion. You have a title defense against one of your 3 opponents next week. You know they're going to try and hurt you. They're going to try and wear you down so they can get the advantage going in the next week. You wanted to finish this without ever stepping in the match. But now Monique is going to have to go alone against 3 other women. And Monique going to just walk on the outside. She's at a count of 8. She comes up into the ring now. Sarah now throwing some stiff strikes. Super kick to the midsection. Now Sarah can continue strikes. Big kick to the leg. Another kick to the leg. Women's right. Drops Sarah into the cover. 1, 2. And a kick out by Sarah. Big shot to Sarah. And now Monique. Coquina clutch. Wrapping the arms and the legs. Sarah's going to tap out. Sarah's got to tap out, and Sarah does. Sarah taps out. Monique now, by herself, has eliminated Sarah. It's down to Tamara and Chelsea. Can the women's champion finish this what would be an incredible comeback? Tamara, the powerhouse of the team, now going to tag in Chelsea, and this is not good for the women's champion. Chelsea now in there. She knows she's got a title match next week. Discus clothesline by Chelsea, and this has got to be it. 1, 2, 3. Chelsea pins Monique 1 week before they go one-on-one for the women's championship. What a dominant display by these 3 women. Incredible. Emily, CC, and finally Monique all conquered in a tremendous elimination tag team matchup. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a fantastic women's match. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we turn our attention now from the women's championship division to the Canadian championship division. Last week, Dustin, our Canadian champion, came out here. He wanted to have a kind of a showcase match. Really kind of put on a show for the people. Show that the champion shows up. Doesn't matter who he's wrestling. He's going to show up and show out. Of course, he beat Dylan last week fairly easily. But then after the match was over, Daniel would jump Dustin from behind and make his claim known. Daniel wants the Canadian Championship. Daniel is going to get the Canadian Championship. Daniel jumped Dustin last week, and tonight he has said that he's going to prove that he can do anything that Dustin can do, and he can do it better. So tonight, Daniel goes one-on-one with Dylan. And ladies and gentlemen, let's send it down to ringside for ring introductions. Oh, sorry there, ladies and gentlemen. And making his way to the ring. First and foremost, I don't know why Donovan is there with him. Now he's gone. The leader, oh my God, that's Dustin. The leader of the Chicken Tendy crew, Daniel, is here. But Dustin, gonna get a little bit of payback. He says, you wanna jump me? You wanna jump me? I'm gonna jump you, but I'm gonna jump you before the match. You son of a bitch. I'm the Canadian champion. Taking it to Daniel right now. Oh, kind of transitioning in and out of this grab maneuver. And WWE 2K22 is still a WWE game. Big knee lift, countered by Daniel. Daniel back elbow. And now the stage lighting resets. Big chops, overhand shots. We gotta get some light up here on these two men battling it out on the stage. And now back into this stupid transition. Oh, and a big picking him up and throwing him around. Dustin, again, this man who has worked so hard. He came in as 1/3 of the masters of the game, cleaned up his life, became a family man, worked so hard to get to this point where he's the Canadian champion, a Canadian champion we can be proud of as an audience. And now Daniel, after the attack from Daniel, the fact that Dustin was so perturbed by this attack that he would come out here and attack Daniel proves how much of a dick Daniel really is. How much that attack truly got to Dustin as this continued switching of holds continues. Big back elbows. Daniel finally breaking the cycle, at least for a little bit. And now back to it, I guess. We continue. Again, WWE, WWE2K22, still a WWE 2K game. Big boot to the midsection. Dustin catches it, spins him around, and of course, yes, great. Oh, fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Not the bang that I really wanted to go out on, but whatever. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a matchup. Well, what a physical assault here as these two men have beaten the holy hell out of each other. Dustin hits the drop kick, and Dustin has laid out Daniel. Message sent. Message sent, ladies and gentlemen. Dustin, still walking tall, walking to the ring. Still your Canadian champion. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is it for our show tonight. Unfortunately, this had to be split up into two parts, and of course wasn't live streamed. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you will join us for the live stream on Friday for the next episode of Fight Night, where we will have our women's championship match between Chelsea and Manick. And I also hope that you guys stick around and watch Dark Side coming out tomorrow. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, peace.